So we're in Genesis 30 now. So to give you the background of this story, so Jacob worked for 7 years to earn Rachel because he loved Rachel. Rachel was beautiful. He just really was willing to work that long for her. That's how much he loved her. And then he gets tricked into taking Leah. And then he's told, oh, well, we always give the older sister before the younger one. But he worked for 7 years expecting to get Rachel, and he's tricked. So he works another 7 years to get Rachel. That's how much he loves her, that he worked 14 years for her. He wasn't like, oh, well, I'm not doing that again. No, he worked another 7 years. So she has this husband that loves her so much. And in today's society, they would tell you that that would complete you. I mean, he clearly served her by working that many years for her. He clearly loved her. And over a decade, he worked for her. Yet, that's not enough. That wasn't enough to satisfy her. So God sees that Leah was just kind of neglected and she was sad. I mean, who wouldn't be? Like, your husband doesn't love you, he loves your sister. Kind of a weird circumstance to be in. Not exactly ideal, but God sees her grief and he gives Leah children. Now listen to what Rachel says in verse 1. When Rachel saw that she bore Jacob no children, she envied her sister. She said to Jacob, "Give me children or I shall die." Verse 2. Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel, and he said, "Am I in the place of God who has withheld you the fruit of the womb?" So then she goes, and in verse 3 she says, "Then she said, 'Here is my servant Bilhah. Go in to her, that she may give birth on my behalf, that even I may have children through her.'" So I'm going to skip down a little bit. So she clearly is discontent. And in verse 22 it says, "Then God remembered Rachel, and God listened to her and opened her womb. She conceived and bore a son and said, 'God has taken away my reproach.'" And verse 24, "And she called his name Joseph, saying, 'May the Lord add to me another son.'" She's not content with a husband that loves her. Now she wants a child. She gets a child. Now she wants another one. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's not going to be contentment unless you find it in the Lord himself. So I hope that helped you guys. I hope that you learn to just be thankful. Like, just find reasons to be thankful. Write down things that you're thankful for at the end of every night. Although I'd like to do this more often throughout the day. I just write down 10 things that I'm thankful for, and I try to change it up every day. And sometimes I do like really small things because I want to get really clever and think of things like, not necessarily clever, but like detail oriented, and think of things that maybe I don't normally thank God for. Like, I'll thank him for like light bulbs because they're pretty convenient, so thank you, God. Or I'll thank him for something very specific about the day, or something that like normally I would just overlook. And that really helps me to notice every little blessing that God has placed in my life. It really helps if you go and you serve the Lord where you are. Go and find reasons to just enjoy this life. Go pour into a ministry that you're passionate about. Go get involved in your church. Get involved in a Bible study. Make some godly friends. But find contentment wherever you are, not in your circumstances, but in God. Serve him where you are. Don't wait. Wait well. Yes, you're called to wait on the Lord sometimes, but know that God's not just going to work then. He's working now. He wants to use you now. In every circumstance, he wants to mold you now. And even then, those days will come with difficulties because life is uncertain. But God is certain, and you can find joy in him. So I hope that you do. Hope you have an amazing day, and I just challenge you to be thankful, no matter what you're going through.